So, can federal employees sue for unpaid wages if they're terminated during a shutdown? If you're a federal employee and the government shuts down, here's the key point: a shutdown doesn't erase the government's obligation to pay you, it usually just delays when you get paid. So, since 2019, federal law says that if you are furloughed or required to work as an accepted employee during a lapse in appropriations, you must be compensated for that shutdown period and paid as soon as possible after the shutdown ends. So, what if you get terminated or laid off during the shutdown? You're still typically entitled to pay for any hours you actually worked and retroactive shutdown pay for the period you were furloughed or required to work because the statute covers that lapse period. Now, here's the frustrating part: even if the money is owed, some payments can be delayed because agencies can incur certain obligations without an appropriation. So, for example, annual leave, lump sum payouts for someone who separates during the lapse may be processed later once funds are available. So, do you have a claim? If the government doesn't pay what it owes once funding returns, then yes, there can be legal routes including back pay remedies depending on the facts, especially if non-payment stems from an unjustified or unwarranted personnel action. But if your complaint is they paid me late, so I want extra penalties, you just know this: a major federal appeals court held that when payment is legally barred during the shutdown, paying employees at the earliest possible date after the shutdown ends generally does not violate the Fair Labor Standards Act's timely payment rules. So the late pay damages theory is often dead before the case even starts. So the bottom line is shutdown pay is owed, separation doesn't automatically wipe it out, and timing and damages depend on whether or not this is non-payment versus delayed payment caused by the shutdown itself.